Hello and welcome to another anime theory video, and today we are going to take a look at one of the most useless characters from Naruto, Sakura Haruno, and ask ourselves, how do we fix her? But before we're going to do so, let me thank my Patreons for supporting this channel, as well as all users of the YouTube thanks function for making one-time donations. Also please check out my Catgirl video, it's linked down in the video description. Now, with all of that said, let's dive into the topic at hand. Now, this video isn't meant to be disrespectful to Naruto as a series or to its author, but solely towards Sakura. Because be it in the battle against the Sound Shinobi, be it in the slap fight against Sakura's placeholder, or be it in the fight against Orochimaru, Sakura, for most of the time, did nothing but being useless, crying, and you guessed it, being useless or more. So how do we fix her? Well, we take a look at one of the good battles she had, or rather the only good battle she had, against Sasori. Sakura was powerful in this battle. She used her chakra focus to strengthen her physical power. She used her medical knowledge to counteract Sasori's poison. And despite all of this, Sakura didn't feel, dare I say it, overpowered. She still wouldn't have been a match for Sasori if it hadn't been for Shiu, one of the elders of the Sand Village. So despite being strong and useful, Sakura's strength didn't feel disrespectful to one of the more powerful and more beloved members of Akatsuki. So basically these talents of chakra control, chakra enhanced physical power and medical knowledge needs to be expanded upon. For starters, I would not only amplify Sakura's strength but also her reach. If she throws fists, she might literally be able to throw fists, made out of chakra, thus giving her a ranged attack and the ability to surprise her enemies, because they would assume that they are safe if they are not engaged in direct melee combat. This is another part Sakura needs to learn, to fight more intelligently, which would well fit into her character, since she is already established to be a medical nin, and therefore she had to study medicine quite extensively. So she is smart. And therefore something like tactics and strategy should be also one of her strong areas. The second major thing Sakura needs is one or two nature elements. Seeing how Kakuzu was able to block nearly all physical damages to himself by using the earth element, perhaps earth would be the element Sakura should discover. Or maybe she could use the fire element, and perhaps she will also learn some of the Uchiha's jutsus, simply by remembering how Sasuke used them. Now, this doesn't have to be a one-to-one replication of any Uchiha fire-style jutsu, but maybe Sakura can create her own based on how Sasuke would fight and use the jutsus, which then would become handy in the battle against Orochimaru and the four-tailed Naruto. I mean, the very fact that Sakura, a medical nin, was knocked out and then wounded by Naruto, and then needed to rely on Smithers, Kabuto, in order to be healed, was insulting to her character at this point, who again is a medical nin. Instead, she could use her newly gained fire style to insulate herself from the chakra of the Kyuubi, and since the Kyuubi chakra perpetually destroys Naruto's skin while also healing it, this might mean that Sakura could perhaps replicate this technique and heal herself during battle, albeit to a limited extent, which would make her even more deadly in melee than she would already be at this point. Also using Uchiha's fire-style flames in order to insulate herself from the chakra of the Kyuubi feels justified, given the fact that the Uchiha clan could control tailed beasts rather easily. Now lastly, Rock Lee exists, even in Shippuden. And therefore perhaps maybe just maybe Sakura and Lee trained together. Now this doesn't have to change her feelings for her abusive husband or anything, but my point is that Lee could show her how to open her inner gates. But instead of focusing on opening as many gates as Lee could, she would focus to greatly extend the time she could sustain the first, the second and maybe the third gate, while using her healing skills to deal with the strain that all of this would put on her body. Now don't get me wrong, it would still take a toll on her and it would still shorten her life, because the amount of times a cell can divide is limited, and therefore aging will be accelerated thanks to the extensive use of healing jutsus. But still, marrying this gate technique to Sakura's already increased strength and her jutsus in combination with powerful taijutsus and a sharp mind, Sakura would now be able to keep up with Sasuke and Naruto to at least the point where both were revealed to be the chosen one at the same time. So Sakura for 90% of the anime and manga would have been useful and quite interesting as a person, for while Naruto has his shadow clones, which lets Naruto absorb experience from literally anything the clones did, and Sasuke has his Sharingan, which allows him to simply copy and paste entire attack chains and jutsus, Sakura would have to keep up with both of them by using her sharp mind, by studying and struggling to keep up and not to fall back. And lastly, I still would have Sakura lose some battles in order to give her a reason to become even stronger, train harder, and think smarter. Making her win every battle simply by having her being OP for no reason would make Sakura as detestable as when she's just sitting around and crying all the time. And perhaps thanks to her use of life-shortening medical ninjutsu, Sakura, who as a woman should live 5 to 10 years longer than the average man, and Sasuke, who is a man, last time I checked, could now die at the same time, peaceful in their sleep, while holding hands. Which would be the only redeeming quality their relationship ever had. So basically this is how I would fix Sakura and her weakness, and her just sitting crying on the sidelines despite having so much more potential. And with that said, please let me know your opinion down in the comment section. Anyway, I now say thank you very much for watching, and special thanks to Ada Daddy Ada, Bad Girl Ye, Bad Burrito 316, Beezer, Ben C, Brandon D, Chrissy, Crowley 0221, Sia, Crystal Prime, Dead Slime, Death is Mercy, Deathless Dragonlord, Demon Xenomorph 1987, Devin Downen, Ding Dong, Duckwagon, Dunkler Krieger, Dystopia, Dystopia II, Enigmatic Unicorn, Feral Shivan, Guy with That Head, Hector Marino, Hoss, Huster, Jacob G, Jana B, Jason, J. Morris, Chromius, Kyle R, Lee K. Long, Legendarius, Lelouch Britannia with a Mustache, Lexus Fox, Lord Nishikian Rai, Lord Touch Me, Loverazor, Merovec, Mr. Shoes, Mr. Tweaker, Michael R, Michael Y, Nope, Oh Hell No, Normal Toad, O'Kill, Overlord General Gasper, Paddy Pantom, Personage, Primus 11, Rhinomere, Cune Carcos P, Shergox's Daddy, Shadow Lightning Wolf, Shrine Keeper, Super Tier Magic Batista Bomb, Supreme Cheese, Staris, Ted, Texas Deer, The Orc Warboss, Rock Ad Smasher, T.E. Wang, Vash Hawkeye, Vegito 27, Venture Fanatic, Wilhelm, Xenukai, and Zonagon. Thanks guys. Anyway, have a nice day, and I hope to see you all again soon on my next video.